he kicks out Yishmael, and he doesn't even give him what? A credit card.
Water.
I mean, it's very strange. Abraham is the epitome of chesed, and here he seems to be very cruel. Right, Rabbi Yaakov? He kicks out his own wife and kid. Look, Rashi wonders about that. Rashi wonders about that. On page 57.
Yudalid.
1 second. Page 57. So before, there's a little background. Page 57. Sarah says, Pasuk Yud, V'aytomer el Avraham, Goresh ha'ama zosef dinah, ki lo yirash ben ha'ama zosef mi'im Yitzchak. Sarah says to Abraham, drive out this slave girl and her son, because the son of the slave girl will not inherit together with my son Yitzchak. So drive him out. What was the cause? Just like that, kick him out. What was the cause?
Yerisha.
So look at Yerisha, right? Look at Rashi in Beni. Rashi 57 Yud.
What's the verse?
57 Yud. Page 57, Pasuk Yud. You don't need that. I'm telling you,
Thank
you
you.
don't need
I need the.
that. I mean, you don't need the English. Don't use it. Throw the crutch away. No, you don't need it.
Thanks for sharing.
In Beni, you go to
Ulpan.
right. You don't need the crutch.
It's a big help. Believe me, the help is a big help.
No, if you read in English,
You'll never learn. I'm telling you. If you read it, you'll never learn. If you just stick to the Hebrew, you will learn. Please listen to me. I'm a teacher many years. In Beni, look at Rashi Yud on 57, left column. Mitzuvah Sarah, from Sarah's answer, Ki lo yirash ben ha'ama zoysim Beni, that the son of the slave girl will not inherit with my son, Atulomid. From here you learn what was the strife between Yitzchak and Yishmael, that he had to get kicked out. Shehoya meirivim Yitzchak ala Yerusha. You see the Rashi Yudah?
Yes.
He was arguing, Riv means an argument with Yitzchak on the Yerusha. V'aymer, he said to Yitzchak, Ani Bechor, you think you're such a hot shot? Yitzchak, Ani Bechor, Ani Abu Mamzer, I am the Bechor, v'noitel pishnayim. I'm going to get a double portion of Papa's what? Yerusha. I'm his heir. I'm the firstborn.
Isn't that the chalakha?
One minute. V'yotzim v'sadeh, and they were out in the field. V'noitel kashtoi, and Yishmael took his bow. V'yore bow, chitzim, and he kept shooting rockets at Yitzchak. Kawinky dinky, the Pasha of the week. Hello? I couldn't make this up. And he kept shooting rockets at Yitzchak. Yishmael is still shooting rockets at Yitzchak. 3,800 years later. You hear this? K'mo detema. I'm only playing with him. So Yehuda asked a good question. Maybe Yishmael was right. Isn't it true a Bechor gets what? A Pishnayim. So one answer is, this is Koydin Matan Torah. Right? You're asking a very good question you're asking. When you think about your question, it's really a very good question.
We learned from.
It's a good question. I'll tell you why it's a good question.
Also, Moro, that the hated son gets
right?
gets. What's the difference between another hated son and this
right?
one? And he didn't even hate the son. He loved the son.
That's right. I want to make your kasha stronger. Remember Yiftach HaGeladi? Where's that Haftorah from Yiftach HaGeladi? The Haftorah from Yiftach. Balak. Make Yehuda's kasha stronger. Before I answer it, I'll make it stronger. Rachmiel. Before I answer, I'll make it stronger. Chukas. Yehuda. Make your kasha stronger. Chukas. The Haftorah. Balak. Baruch Hashem, I found it. Page 487, Yehuda. Let's make your kasha stronger.
היה גיבור.
V'yiftach hagiladi, page 487.
אישה זונה.
Page 487, Aleph. V'yiftach hagiladi hoyagibra chayil, hu ben isha zona. V'yolad Gilad is Yiftach. Gilad had a wife, but he also had a mistress, who happened to be a zona. And Yiftach was Gilad's son, not through the mistress, but through what? The zona. Get the picture?
He's a busy boy, yes.
It's not allowed. Look at Pasuk Bet. But Gilad had legitimate children from his wife. Pasuk Bet. Vateled Eshes Gilad lo banim. Gilad had regular children from his regular wife. Vayiglu b'nei Isha. So when they got older, the children of his main wife, when his wife got older, they drove Yiftach out of the house, and they said, they said to him, you will not inherit from the father's house, because you are not what? The son of our mother, you are the son of what? Girlfriend, a mistress. Were they right? No. They were wrong. They went against halacha. It doesn't matter, even if the son is from a girlfriend or from a mistress. If he is supposed to get an equal share, and if he's the firstborn, he's supposed to get what? Double portion. So what is Yishmael was? Talking she's Jewish. This Isha Zona was a Jew, right? Ben Gurion said, "How do you know when we have arrived as a country?" When you have the first Jewish prostitute.
What do you mean, first Jewish prostitute? He was beaten to it by a long way before we got to the first Jewish prostitute.
Then you know we're
they were not Israeli.
He said, now you know we're a normal country, he said. Now we're a normal country. So Yehuda, you're right. It doesn't matter. He is what? The firstborn. He's right. But why is he not right? According to the Torah wasn't given yet. So that law of Pishnayim didn't kick in yet.
Because he tried
you're right. But
because he tried to kill him.
Because he tried to kill him. That's why they kicked him out.
That's what it says. That's what Rashi says.
Yeah, but nevertheless.
He's shooting arrows at him.
Fire bombs.
But nothing much has changed. Okay.
But the real answer has to be, of course, because
it wasn't Matan Torah
God
yet.
said
No.
God said it was going to be Yaakov.
Yitzchak. Okay.
It was. If God says
God can supersede the law. Harad Sha'ah, right?
Shema b'kolah.
Shema v'kolah.
Ki ruach hakodesh.
V'kol ruach hakodesh. Listen to her, because she was a much greater prophet than Abraham.
Lo b'shamayim.
What do you mean, lo b'shamayim? Hashem is talking to him.
You don't make your decisions.
Hashem said, listen to her.
Well, Hashem said also that the tanur of what was it?
Right, the Tanur Achnai. I guess before Matan Torah, so
No.
it's all open. What no? Loi b'shamayim mean it's only after Matan Torah. Before that, right? Okay. Shema b'kolah. So the question is, look at Pasuk Yudalit. You want to read that? Vayashkem and Roma Boker, Yudalit. No, the Pasuk. 57 Yudalit.
Back to 57.
Yeah, we're back in 57 and Yudalit.
Now, if you Gimel Yudal, the
Vayashkem.
came Abraham the Boker.
What does that mean? Come on.
Came.
He got up early in the morning. Hashkama minion. You see Hashkama minion? He dabbled with the Hashkama minion. Right?
That's kind of as soon as God means, get up early in the morning.
Right. That's why it's called Hashkama minion. Right?
Come Abraham the Boker, the Kach, the Chem, he took for himself.
No, he took lechem, bread.
The bread of the Hemet, Hemat,
Mayim, and he took a pitcher of water.
Mayim, the Etain El Hagar.
He gave it to Hagar.
Son Al
He placed it on her shoulder. Et hayeled. And the child also he put on her shoulder. Why? He's too old to walk. Can't walk.
How old was it?
1 second. And he sent them away. She went, Vatesa, she plunged it Bamidbar Beersheba. So very difficult over here. Abraham was a rich man. All he could afford to give his wife and son is a pitcher, a canteen of water, and a loaf of Wonder Bread. Rachmiel, that's it. He's a wealthy man, Abraham was. So Rashi says, look at Rashi Yudalit, he wonders about that. Abraham's supposed to be a chesed guy, right? So look at Rashi Yudalit, Lechem V'chemes Mayim. What's bothering Rashi? That's it, page 57. Yudalit. Below Kesef is of. Why not credit card, silver or gold? Rachmiel, why? The fish show your sonai. Rashi said Avram hated Shmuel, al sheyotzel atarbis raw, because he saw that he went out on the evil path. So Avram practiced tough love, took away his credit card, his charge card. It's called tough love.
What about Hagar?
What about Hagar? Yes, she was responsible for his chinuch. So it's punishment. It's called tough love. So sometimes a kind person has to act cruel in order, Rachmiel, for what? It's called tough love in English. Tough love. Abraham invented that. But he also put the kid on the shoulder. He was a teenager. You're not a kid anymore. I mean, he was a teenager. What do you mean?
More than a teenager. He's 16 or something.
Yes, that's a teenager, no? So why he couldn't walk?
It's more. A teenager is usually 13 or 14. This is a.
Yeah.
It's ready for the.
He's
army.
called a yeled, right? A yeled means the boy. How do they say in English? Boy. Verse 14. I translate yeled. Child? He wasn't a child. He was 17.
He's a boy. They say translate as a boy.
They say boy. So how come he couldn't walk? Af hayelet sam al shichma. Even the boy Abraham put on what? On Hagar's shoulder. Don't even give her a camel. You can't even call her a nesher taxi service. Very difficult Rashi, you know? Not Rashi, Pasuk. Shechnisa boy Sora ayin ra. Sarah put the evil eye on whom? Abu Mamzer. And he couldn't walk.
All right, so he couldn't walk.
So where's your chesed? You drive out your own child who's sick. Wait until he recovers. What are you driving out a sick child for? In the desert, who can't even walk. Is that a chesed person?
I don't think it is possible for her to carry.
What?
I don't see it possible for him to carry. For her to carry.
How's it possible? I'll tell you a story. What happened to me? He was so sick because she put the evil eye on him. V'lo yochol leilech baraglo, but he was not able to what? Walk. Not even give her a camel or a donkey.
When it was electric bicycle.
Huh?
When it was electric bicycle.
Like the bicycle. Now you said, how could she able to carry that? I'll tell you what happened to me many years ago. I was in Shah Yafo. I was walking in Shah Yafo. To answer Yehuda question, this old Arab woman was walking us through Shah Yafo when I was walking there. And she had this gigantic, heavy burden, huge on top of her head. And a policeman stopped her, told her to take it off and open it up. He wants to examine what she got there. Maybe she got a bomb. It's an old woman. So she took it down. Listen to me. And he examined, okay, no bomb. Then she tied up her bomb. She asked me to please help her put it back on her head. I couldn't budge it. This was 20 years ago when I was a young man. She was an old woman. Her face looked like a shriveled prune. She asked me, please. I couldn't budge it. It was like a ton. I couldn't even budge it. And she was carrying this on her head. She must have been a granddaughter of Hagar. I'm not joking, Nasha. Maybe 20 years ago. I was walking to the yeshiva. So these Arabs, I don't know, they have this tremendous, able to carry an old woman, shriveled up woman.
Strong like bull.
Perashah, what?
Strong like bull.
Strong like bull, right. So therefore, he put the child on Hagar's shoulders also.
It's beyond understanding.
Mm-hmm. You'll wait until the child gets better, right? Or call a taxi service. So why did Abraham do that? I think it's called tough love. I don't know.
Perashah is an ass.
Sometimes you have to.
Rashi said
Right.
he hated him.
When God says do something, do it.
But God didn't say kick him out when he's sick and don't call it and not give him a camel. God didn't say that. Why didn't he give them a camel? He was a rich man. Abraham was a rich man. Couldn't spare a camel.
That's what Rashi says.
Rashi said he did it because he hated him because he went out to Tarbis Raw.
I was like
Tough love.
tough love, right?
Tough love.
Teach him,
I teach him, right?
Teach him to die.
So Rashi wonders, didn't he give him enough water to drink? What kind of father is it? Rashi wonders about that. 1 minute. Rashi wonders about that. So the water got finished, right? So Rashi wonders, why didn't he give him enough water? So Rashi wonders about that on page 58, Pasuk Tezvav. Yichlu hamayim, when the water was finished, Rashi said, of course he gave them enough water. But the fisha derech cholim lishtot harbeh. A sick person drinks much more than normal. So therefore, he says the food didn't run out. The bread didn't run. He did give them enough provisions to get to the next town. But he didn't realize how sick that Yishmael was, and a sick person drinks much more than normal, and therefore the water supply ran out. This is what Rashi says in Pasuk Tezvav. On page 58. Get it? You know. Uh-huh. So Abraham, the pillar of Chesed seems
I
to...
got it, but it's still very difficult.
It's difficult, right? Okay.
Say to kill him, or he sent somebody out from the desert without enough water.
But he did send it. The Rashi point is he did give enough water, but he didn't realize how sick he was, and he got sicker on the road, and he drank much more than normal. But he did give them enough water. Rashi insists on Pasuk Tezvav, 15. Okay?
What does exactly ha'ama mean?
Which one?
The previous page, ha'ama.
Where?
Yud Gimel.
Amma means a slave girl, right? Amma means slave
I have an
girl.
insight. Maybe
Yeah,
it helps, because
slave girl.
Being married helps. I think that maybe she wouldn't take the camel, or maybe she wouldn't do it. Maybe she was insulted. Said, I'm out of here.
In Chemat, what does Chemat mean?
I mean the picture. A krigel. A kad.
So one.
A kad. The chemat mayim.
One.
They translate one picture? I don't know what they translate. Chemat could be a few, no?
Yeah.
What they translate? One picture?
Yeah.
Just one?
I think Rashi was a little bit forcing in interpretation.
Well, why?
He was trying to find a good spot in Aram, even if the text doesn't.
But does it make sense that he would be so cruel to his son?
No, I don't understand. If you take it back.
Yeah. Okay. Brazil, right?
No, you can't take these.
So God heard the voice of the... We read this Perashah in Rosh Hashanah, don't we?
Right.
Right, this is on Rosh Hashanah. Because of Basha Husham, right? I only judge a person where he does now. Basha Husham. See Rashi Yud Zayin, you the Basha Husham? Want to read that, Rashi?
Which one?
Yud Zayin. It's Kol Hanar. God heard the voice of the lad. What's bothering Rashi? She also davened. Hagar. So why did God only hear the voice of the lad and not the voice of his mama Hagar? That's what's bothering Rashi. So Rashi deals with that in Yud Zayin. See that?
Prayer of a sick person is more effective
Mitchilas Hacherim, then what?
others on his behalf.
Hello. Therefore, If you daven for a sick person, but a sick person davens, who does God hear the prayer first? Sick person himself. So therefore, God heard his voice, right? Ba'asha hu sham. Look at the next Rashi, Alfie. Page 58. I only judge a person according to what he does now. Right? What does that mean?
He can be a Rasha too.
Let me only judge a person what he does now.
He can be a good guy in 1 minute. In way.
The Malachim said, listen, current events, Alfie. Malachim said, Rebbeinu Shalom, his kids are going to shoot rockets on your kids, all the way to Bet Shemesh and even Jerusalem, all over the country. So why don't you let him croak? Current events, Yehuda. Vishoy Malach Ashoris Mekatrim Rebbeinu Shalom. Misha Oshid Zarei Laham Isbanecha Batzamat Amalo Be'er. So God said, I don't look at that. Achshav Mahi, Tzadik Arasha. What is he now? Tzadik Arash Amaloi Tzadik? Amalahem, Lefi Maisav, Shalachshav Hanidanoi, Top Rashi. I only judge a person, it's now or never. Basha Husham. And therefore, we read this on Rosh Hashanah, right? We read this on Rosh Hashanah. God judges the person.
But in Egypt wasn't like this.
Well, what do you mean?
The youngsters were put in the middle.
In the pyramids. So that's the question that Moshe Rabbeinu asked. You're asking a Bam Kasha. That's the question that Moshe Rabbeinu asked. God, you seem to be mixing me up here. You said you only judge a person. What do you ask a Bam Kasha? God says, I only judge a person what he is now. I don't look what he'll be later. So therefore, we have to spare Yishmael. So Rav Yaakov Meir asked a Bam Kasha from Bomland. The Bam Kasha is, let's go to the video text. Exactly Moshe Rabbeinu's Kasha. That's exactly Moshe Rabbeinu's Kasha. Pashas Kisisa, Yehuda, let's go there. Pashas Kisisa, let's go there. Page 282. They build a golden getchka, page 282. Right? They make an Egel Masecha, page 282, Alfie, Pasuk Dalid. They make a molten calf, Pasuk Dalid, right? Where did it come from? So look at Rashi, Egel Masecha. The bottom Rashi, 282, right column, Yehuda. Egel Masecha, you see that? Just say one. A golden calf. Once they threw the chunk of fire, the chunk of gold in the fire, the warlocks, the Harry Potters of Erevav came up from Mitzrayim. Micha was the warlock that made the Getchka. He was saved from the walls of the pyramid that the Mitzvah stuck him in there. What's going on here? Look at footnote Aleph. Let's go to footnote Aleph, Alfie. I'll wait, just say when. Footnote Aleph. The bottom. What's right? Who's this guy Micha? What does he got to do with the Getchka, Yehuda? He was a warlock, like a Harry Potter. He knew how to do black magic. Roll him in and he made the Getchka. Footnote Aleph. Here, Perush, haven't you? No. Why not? See, Perush here. Perush. What does Perush mean? Okay. Explanation. Okay, what's the next word? Keshahu saw the Mitzrayim, when the Jews were slaves in Egypt. Alpha, you have the text? Why not? Aleph, footnote Aleph, Alfie, footnote Aleph. Second line from the bottom there, footnote Aleph. Sif Sechachamim, footnote Aleph.
And the footnotes on the bottom.
Perush, Keshahu saw the Mitzrayim, you have it, Alfie? Why not? So easy. Here, look at me. Look. Here, see that?
I'm looking, okay, taken from the...
Aleph on the bottom. See Aleph on the bottom? Take out your magnifying glass.
Moshe Kabah.
No, Perush. Kishoya saw b'Mitzrayim when the Jews were in Egypt. Hayamitzim notim hayeladim Yisrael. The Jews, the Mitzim would take Jewish babies from the Israelites. Umanichom b'migman, they would stick them alive in the walls of the pyramids. Nazis. What did Moses say to God?
What did God?
You have it, Yehuda?
Yes.
Is that fair? You allow 1.5 million babies to be destroyed in the Holocaust? What are you doing, God? Omar Kodesh Baruch Hu ain't sofan l'tovah. So difficult to understand this. God says, listen to me, their end will not be good. I know what I'm doing. Mutaf yimusu zakoy, mamish fakir, from what Rashi say in our parsha. Mamish tatish. Let them better die zakoi, let them better die what? Notorious. And don't let them grow up to be what? Evil. Moshe couldn't accept that. I can't accept that.
He said,
Moshe notal echad navi, he took the baby out of the wall. That he was being squashed there. He didn't listen to God. I can't accept that, he said. God should have fired him on the spot, but he didn't. I think he gave him a promotion. And this guy grew up to be what? The evil Micha, who through black magic built the golden calf. So, Alfie, I'm mixed up. In our parsha, Rashi says God only judges a person now. He don't look later. And here, in Parsha Kisisa, it's just the opposite. I'm mixed up.
so he
So give me an answer. You gave a good question. Give me an answer.
And Moshe disobeyed.
Moshe disobeyed, and he took out this kid, and he grew up to be the wicked Micha. Where does that leave us?
Set
Mixed up.
All mixed up.
He could have set up.
You gonna see one of the big guns later? No? Tomorrow? No? Nobody to ask? Rabbi Vayera, you don't go to him anymore. You don't go. Oh, it's Rabbi Ziegler. Is he better? It says, watch for his return, it says.
I haven't heard anything about it.
So there's no one to ask you. I'm stuck. There's no...
So when does God...
Maybe we should ask him Shlomo.
Ask Rav Shlomo, you got Rav Shlomo?
Yeah?
Ask him right now.
When does he go to... Now or later?
Yeah. But Shlomo, we have a stark kasha here on Rav. Basha Husham. Right? HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, let him die, Yishmael, because he's going to shoot rockets. So God says, I only judge a person, Basha Husham, not what he'll be later, right? So therefore I have to let him live. But if you look in the Sifsach HaChamim in Parshas Kisisa, Rashi says, Micha, he built the Egel. Micha.
He's the one in the baby.
Yeah, that he was a baby put in the walls of the pyramid. And Moshe said to Kodesh Baruch Hu, Lama Yonchak Tanim, Omar Kodesh Baruch Hu, Ein Sofan L'Tova. Mutav Shimusu Zakai, and not a Rasha. Moshe couldn't accept that. The Moshe Notal, a baby Binyan, and who are Yemicha HaRasha? So, Rav Shlomo, you don't see a contradiction in Rashi? If Ba'asha Husham, what does God say? Kill the baby now, because later he'll be a Rasha. Now he's not a Rasha, he's a baby. You don't see a steer in Rashi?
And why Ben Sora Moya kill now? Asher Rushon.
Never existed.
Again, why Ben Sora Moya
Yeah,
kill
never
baby
existed.
now?
So, yeah.
Ben Sora Moya is only 13, he didn't kill.
The Ba'asha Husham.
Says that Simon McKellen read this way.
You hear the kasha? It's a steer.
Yes, Simon McKellen says the rule of the give kaf schus is not at all cases.
Not in all cases?
He says you have to know is not all cases is if someone goes after taiva,
Yeah.
he says there a biteva goes after taiva, so you don't give a kaf.
So Yishmael, Basha Husham. So why do you spare him?
At that moment, he wasn't doing tigers.
But Micha the baby, was he doing tigers? He was in a pyramid baby in the wall. What was he doing tigers?
That was needed from Pharaoh.
He didn't kill him.
But Moshe saved the baby. God said he'll be evil.
Yeah,
But now he's a little baby. He's not evil.
Of course, I didn't care because now he's not chai.
So why let the little baby Micha die?
No, Hashem, really Hashem wanted, he didn't let it die.
Yeah, Hashem said leave him there.
No, but he took him.
No, Hashem said,
Hashem said, leave him. Mutav sheyom musu zakai.
Right, but
Moshe didn't listen, and Moshe took him out
he
anyway.
made all the trouble. Thomas.
So,
Yeah, so
you don't
guess
see a
what?
steer over here.
With Ishmael.
That's the question on the table. We're
Big
confused.
It's a big stir. I'm
We're confused.
I'm confused, that's for sure. What's the difference between one Russia and another Russia?
When do you say Basha Husham?
and the children in Sodom.
Well, maybe you have an idea of Tshuva. Mika has any, the baby has
Because
any
Rav
doubt,
Shlomo
yeah.
says, the guy's doing taiva, you don't give him a break.
Maybe
Baby's not doing any taiva.
Baby's not doing no taiva, right? Baby Micha was doing taiva, Reb Shlomo. Baby Micha wasn't doing no
What
taivas.
kind of taiva is he doing?
A baby Micha, what do you want from the little baby? That's what Moshe said.
Drinking too much milk?
Loma yomshu aktanim. What do you want from the little baby? Oma Kushbok ain't sofan l'tova. Moshe didn't listen. He took him out, and he became the wicked Micha who built the Egel. So let Yishmael die too. His kids will be shooting rockets at us. And a million school children don't go to school today because of Yishmael. A million school children. This country shut down the second day. A second day.
So Moshe was
We have no government. We
Right?
have no schools.
That's right.
That's
That's right. There's no government. There's no school. Right? And yesterday, Tel Aviv was shut down. People couldn't go to work either.
And you couldn't go to the bank.
And the bank was closed. Even in Jerusalem.
I mean, they should be studying more Torah.
The time is still coming.
What?
The time is still coming. Sometime in the future.
Yeah.
I guess those rainbow flag people are having a lot of problems down
So I'm mixed up. We have to find here.
Mixed
And
up.
there. What's our terrorists? I hear the kasha, but maybe again Ishmael has a chance to do tshuva and change.
And why couldn't Micha get a chance to do
Yeah,
tshuva?
another 13 years. Hashem knew this, and the decree was already made. There was a decree to kill him already. Now
But
we
Moshe
have-
went against. Moshe took him out of the
Moshe
wall.
took against-
And God didn't fire him.
He was more
He didn't
compassionate.
fire
But there's a free
According
will.
to the Shamayim, it was a
there's
setup.
No, Hashem can't stop free will. Hashem's bounded by free will.
V'zeh hoya Micha.
What? Rabbi?
Yeah.
Hashem is not bound. Hashem is bounded by man's free will.
Okay, so
Is it?
how does that help us with?
The angels
Does
are telling
God judge a
angels are
person
telling
only
God let
now
him die.
or later on?
So you just
How does the hell not
If
to
so,
the person? You're
you
right.
can
He was
justify
more
our
compassionate. Moshe
What?
Obama.
I don't want to get involved in the Holocaust. I'm
Why
sorry.
not?
What?
You are saying that
Hashem can't stop free will. Okay,
Okay.
a man has free will. That's
Right.
part
so
of
Auschwitz is because
Moshe not. Are you went against?
I don't even see the connection there.
V'zeh hoya Micha.
You don't see the connection?
Man has free will, so he decided to kill all the Jews and put them in his concentration camp.
Exactly.
So he did.
Yeah.
So Hashem can't stop free will,
So what about according to the Shamayim?
V'zeh hoya Micha.
except for fear of
Hakol
God.
b'di chutz min Yerushalayim.
Except for the free will choice.
Okay.
of
And
fear
nobody
of God.
asked if he comes
Yeah,
in.
about- The one that gave me the answer about the...
Rabbi Finkelstein, shy.
You see him saying...
He's very good.
He's saying tomorrow.
So why don't you ask him?
He's the...
He's not there tomorrow.
So who can you ask? Well, you're going there tomorrow. Ain't you going there tomorrow?
I go
The
there.
bomb kasha, but show them inside. You write it down, page 282. No,
I
you
know.
Page 282, but you have to show them the Sissa Chachamim. Page 282. Mamish contradicts what Rashi says in our parsha. Can you please and get me an answer? Please.
But there is no the
Nobody
rabbi.
there?
There is another rabbi, I don't know him.
Well, I'm going to ask. You got to show them inside. Mamish.
Friday morning I'm saying...
Ah.
Cindy Goldstein. He's pretty sure.
So Alfie, can you help us out of this dilemma?
The contradiction is.
Can you help us out of the dilemma?
It's up to us to decide what he gains.
It's up to us or up to him?
It's up to us.
But we're talking about the angels talking to Hashem, say, kill Ishmael.
Let him crow.
Let him die.
So God said, no, I only look at a guy now.
Yeah.
So what about baby Micha? Who's more innocent than an innocent baby? God says, no, he's going to grow up to be a lowlife, so let him croak now. It's mamish a steer of what
It's
Yishmael,
It's
no?
definitely an opposite.
There's
It's a definite
there's
opposite.
somehow...
You have most of the actor involved.
So you have the malachim involved.
Yeah, but
Malachim
have
said,
free
let him
will.
croak.
Malachim doesn't have free will. Moshe has free will.
Okay, so what are you driving at? God
Don't
said,
do it.
Ain't-
I I want him dead.
Ain't so from Latova.
I want him dead.
God says you're going to grow up to be wicked.
No.
I know what I'm doing. Let him die. Moses said, I can't accept that. And he schlepped him out of the wall.
I think you got to shear her. I think you got to
Yeah.
This is a good shear.
That's a very good shear.
Okay, he was fighting battles and checking out the wall because he had free will.
Because he had free will. And now he's not making no getchkes.
Sorry?
Is he making getchkes now? Little baby. He wasn't. Until he...
One possible answer I'm thinking
Is
that,
what?
that God knew that Moses was going to take him out. So that's what possible.
So...
Set up.
So it's just a warning.
You mean God was
You better
testing
teach
Moses?
him right.
I hear God was testing Moses. I'll ask you a better kasha. Chazkiyahu Melech didn't want to get married. Remember?
Right.
He saw in the Nevuah, he's going to have a wicked son like Manasseh.
That's your measuring. That's
Right, wait.
That's on the Ishmael side.
I should bring this lowlife into the world. See, Shayanov, comes to him and says, Hashem is going to punish you. Don't mix in God's business. You have to get married and have a kid. You'll be a lowlife. It's not your business.
Yeah.
So he got married, and he had this wicked lowlife Manasseh, Rosha Marusha. And he could have prevented it by not getting married. But Yeshayahu Novi came and said, God is upset with you. Don't mix in my business. You have to get married and have a family. He'll be a lowlife. It's not your business.
Well, that's on the
Then
side.
maybe low lights have a function as well in this world.
Well, of course, Alfie's right.
Alfie's right. It was
First
part
they
of
have a
God's
function.
plan that the
Second,
lowlife
Hitler
Rosh
is
Manasseh should be born.
Right, Hitler's about it.
Otherwise, he would have let the Ches. You want to be a bachelor? Be a bachelor. I saw it in the Nevuah. So Toysus asks in Nida, 16. Where was Manasseh's free will? The Daf Yomi passed it a few days ago. Reb Shlomo, where was Manasseh's free will? If Chazkiyahu Novi saw in the Nevuah, that what? He's going to have a low-life son like Manasseh. So what do you want from poor Manasseh? The deck was stacked against him. This Toysus, what do you want?
Hinuk. There's Hinuk. Moshe was going to tell you.
So Toysus says, Afal Cain, he still had free will. His challenge was to know about that Nevuah and not be a lowlife. Because every evil decree is subject to change. He didn't have to be that lowlife. Because only a Nevuah Latayv has to come true. A Nevuah Lara doesn't have to come true. See, he used that Nevuah to be a lowlife. But he didn't have to be. He could have gone against that Nevuah. Because every evil prophecy is subject to cancellation.
Give him a chance.
He used that. The deck is stacked against me anyway. I'm a victim of circumstance.
Give him a chance to be.
That was his test. That was his test in life. Didn't have to be the low life. Even though the Nevuah wasn't going to be a low life, but the Nevuah Lara, subject to change. Alfie, what's going on over here? So somehow,
But I don't, we don't have an answer.
we have no answer for this.
Why God can say that here he's going to judge him for the future.
Yeah, why is Shmuel different than
Shmuel's
Micha?
point also, he says that if that's our more, if you start doing taivas. All right, so that's an answer. But a baby is doing
A baby's not doing no taivas, right? A little baby Micha is drinking too much milk. Too much milk.
I have an idea.
Alicia asked her a question.
Basha Husham. You know that Rashi, Basha Husham?
Yeah, it's a bit sort of
Right.
No, not that son. Here.
Micha.
But here, this is coming contradicts Rashi with Micha. You know the story of Micha? Yeah, what happened with Micha over here? Read over here. Aleph. Tell me this doesn't contradict Basha Husham? Footnote Aleph.
I'll tell you why.
When Jews were in Egypt,
Yeah.
in Eastern, where they were taking the children from the
I have
Jews,
the answer.
and they would put them inside of the walls
Little babies.
to murder.
Right.
Moshe said to Kodesh Baruch Hu, why are you hurting little babies?
Right.
Why are you killing little babies? Punishing is the problem.
Yeah.
Kodesh Baruch Hu said, "Ain't safe in the Torah. They're going to turn out bad, so they should die now when they're pure." It's
And that's-
zakai,
That's mamish the
on
opposite of
right
Basha Husham.
No, there is a difference.
And Moshe took the baby out and became the wicked Micha, right?
This is a drasha that's
This doesn't
cholak
cut-
on. It's cholak on.
This
He said-
doesn't contradict
So
Pasha.
he took one of them out of there.
And he became the wicked Micha. He built the Getchkia.
So you didn't listen to Kodesh Baruch Hu?
Right? He didn't listen to Hashem. And so this doesn't contradict Basha Usham?
I give you an answer.
Yes?
My answer.
Yeah, what's your answer?
The head of Ishmael was not one of the three cardinal sins. The head that Micha made was one of the three cardinal
Murder is
sins.
not a cardinal sin.
What
They're-
God
they're
said-
murdering
He
us.
didn't murder.
But
He
his
didn't
kids
murder.
are murderers.
He didn't murder.
What God said was on all the children that were put in the wall.
His kids are
It wasn't
murderers.
just
Terrorists.
It wasn't just me.
Malachim said, why let him live? His kids are going to commit murder to your kids. So now he's not murdering nobody. So Micha's not getchking nobody now either. Okay? Nobody's asked?
Where did you see? Where is that?
Where's what?
The 6 of the 20.
Pashas Kusiso. Who built the Egel?
It's in Shmos, yeah.
Shemois Kusiso.
32, what?
32 pasuk 32:4 in the Sifsei Chachamim.
32:4.
The Sifsei Chachamim. Yeah. Can't you ask those guys in the learning center there? Nobody. No, we don't check Tanim.
I don't expect any answer from them.
All right, look for Kasha Starpen is full of. My Rebbe used to say, Yehuda, for the Kasha Starpen is full of weiter. You ever heard that?
Let's go on.
Let's move on, right? The Kasha
I don't
Starpen
know.
is full of
I'd
weiter.
like an answer to the question because really seems very contradictory.
32:4. Or anyway, we're back in Vayera, nachon? Alfie, we're back in Vayera.
Okay. You said so.
Yeah. Why did Abram move away from Sodom? He moved away, Alfie. Page 54, Pasuk Aleph. After God nuked Sodom, 54 Pasuk Aleph, says Abram moved away from there.
Gerar is Gaza.
Gerar is Gaza. Talk about Yehuda, Kwiki Dinky, Pasha of the week. I just can't believe it. Gerar, Kwiki Dinky Yehuda. Gerar is Gaza. Current events?
I had a question about that also.
Why did he move away, Alfie?
From Zedom? Where? From where?
From the neighborhood. After Sodom was nuked, Abraham moved his camp.
You survived?
Abraham wasn't in Sodom,
Oh, right.
but he lived in the vicinity. Why did he move away? So Rashi says, Pasuk Aleph. See Rashi Aleph, 54? You want to read that, Yaakov? Why did he move away?
ויסע משם אברהם, שראה שהרגו הקרחים ופסקו העוברים והשבים, נסע לא משם.
No more customers. If the city is destroyed, there's no travelers coming and he's out of business. Abraham's deli. Alfie, Abraham's Ashel. So he had to move his business.
דבר אחר, להתרחק
Another explanation why he moved.
מלוט, שיצא עליו שם רע, שבא על בנותיו.
He wanted to get away from Lot because it was a big scandal. Imagine the headlines
How did you know?
in the Jewish press. Abraham's nephew, Lot, has sex with own daughters. Read all about it. Read all about Abraham's nephew, Lot,
How did you
commits
know?
incest with his daughter. It was Jerusalem Post.
He was not there.
Headline.
He was there. If he was there,
What's that?
he couldn't. Lot couldn't think
Right, now that
that nobody else was.
the daughters, and that didn't say that, the daughter said it. The daughter said there's nobody else.
So there's a
Son
scandal.
Abraham.
He moved away from
But
it.
if he was there,
Right, but he
they
didn't
couldn't
he
say
was
that.
there, exactly.
Everybody knew. I didn't know
I
that.
said that yesterday.
You didn't know that?
No.
You don't read the Egyptian Times?
No.
The headlines. So that's why he moved away from there to get away from the scandal.
I thought it was done in secret in a cave. or something.
Yes, how did word get out? What's that? What's up? What's that? Twitter, I don't know how it got out.
What's up?
What's up? How did Abraham know? Yudah, how did he know? So I guess he moved away from there.
How did you get out?
Yeah.
What verse is it?
That's 21, chapter 20, verse 1. Right after the city was destroyed and Lot had sex with his daughters, it says Abraham moved away. What's the connection? So Rashi said that's the connection. So Abraham comes to Gaza, and again he lies again. He says that Sarah is his wife. And this time she's taken again prisoner to the harem, scarum, not by Pharaoh, but by Arafat.
Already then, there were the Pelishtim in Gaza.
Yeah. The Melech Gror took her.
Let it go.
Mer, the king of Gaza.
Oh.
What's his name? Inawar Sinawar. Ismail Haniah. What's his name? The king of Gaza. And he took Sarah into his harem, scarum. Right? So what happened? So God comes to him. You hear this?
In a dream.
God comes to him in a dream to Abimelech, and he says, "You're going to die because you kidnapped a married woman."
Why balai, no?
What else do you dream?
You can dream when you sleep. What was Chalom is
Chalom halayla.
Who needs to know balai?
Yeah. Why dafke by night?
Because he wasn't had enough puss to get him in the daytime. Most people get it in the nighttime because they were sleeping anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
very
but who
strange.
cares?
He was a prophet.
But they don't want to give him
Strange.
too much credit. He is a prophet. God speaks to him.
How could that be? He's a lowlife. He's
That's
the
the
king of the
definition.
PLO. But Chalom
First of all,
halayla.
it's not the same PLOs we have today. He justifies himself, which
Yeah,
is
touch her.
a Masonic.
Why
Yes.
didn't he touch her?
Because
Not because he's so good. Look at Rashi Dalit.
well, you understand, but
Why didn't he touch her, Alfie?
Because he couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it. Rashi said he couldn't do it. He didn't take his Vayera. A Malach Manoi. The Malach prevented him, that he was not able to get it up or down. Or,
So
yeah.
we learned from
Yeah,
this.
a Malach Manoi. That's
Whether or
what
not
it
you get
is.
erection out of the hands of the Malach or not.
K'moy shenemar.
That's what we learned. The hands of the Malach when you get an erection.
Yeah.
You became impotent.
Bereshis, you test. It says Grar is not.
It says the Geror is what?
10:19. 10:19. Bereshis.
The Geror is not what?
Look in Bereshis 10:19.
10:19. 10.
10:19. Chayra. Maybe you can answer.
10:19. Yeah, page 27. You test. He gevul aknani mitzidoin vayacho Gerora ad Aza.
So Grar is only till Aza. Aza is
Gerora
not.
ad Aza.
Aza is not Grar.
So what?
We should difficult to understand.
Vayacho
this.
Gerora.
So it said Bul Rashi says Soif Arza.
So,
You test.
Say it only is until Aza Grar.
Sof arzo.
Yeah.
Racho. Until Aza. Maybe ad v'ad b'chlal. Maybe ad includes ad v'ad b'chlal, right?
Sorry, what is this, Rabbi? Not with you.
You want to wonder where Geror is. Is it Gaza?
Yeah,
Geror.
yes, it's quite, yes, a question the other day.
A bit
Yeah.
is the region
The
of
puzzle
Gaza.
of course, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a shayla, ad vad b'chol. Okay.
Ram,
Ad v'ad b'chlal, right?
It's the region of Gaza.
There
Okay.
you go, you got a puzzle before.
So he makes himself out so righteous. Abimelech didn't touch her.
That was a question about Yitzhak. How could he go there?
Right. Harai, that's part of Israel.
Ah.
let's translate this here. Ko with his iron dome, Kippah Barzel, says Ko Yom Barak. Something with iron dome is going to say was the whole matter.
So the king said he didn't touch her.
Right.
Okay.
Because
He couldn't.
Couldn't touch her.
Right.
Couldn't get it up. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So that doesn't-
So now he pleads righteousness and ignorance.
And
Said,
he's
my
right.
sister,
And he's right.
Why? You right to kidnap a woman against her will? What do you mean he's right?
That was the way they did it.
That's the
then.
way they did it, right?
In other words, he wanted to rape her. I mean, I'm sure she
Yeah,
was
yeah.
saying.
He took her against her. Vayikach Asara, he just took her.
Yeah.
That's the way it was in those days, right?
Did a woman have to consent in those days?
It's not a question of consent, because she'd kill her if you didn't, so.
So what did God do? He caused them to have a...
Well, listen, he says what God says. He says he did check him out, and he was perfect. And God said to him in the dream, I too know that in the perfection of your heart, what does that mean you did this? Meaning that I prevented you from sinning. You were innocent.
It's okay to kidnap a woman against her will?
Well, it appears that was the case then. The king, it's good to be the king.
Good to be the king.
This is why I didn't
Good
have
to
permit
be.
you to touch her. But now return him. That's why I pray for your half, and you will live. You will live, so you die. So he says, God said he was innocent. It's good. It's in the Chumash.
Yeah.
Can't do better than that.
See?
It's not a
Innocent of committing adultery, but
Right.
he's not innocent of kidnap.
Okay, so that's not a capital offense.
Kidnapping is a capital offense for going
He
to.
didn't kidnap her according to the law.
So Yikach Hatzara. That's why the people of Shechem were Chai Misa. They kidnap and they didn't put them on trial, the kidnappers and the rapists. You know? So anyway, so what do we have over here?
Who took it for his harem? Yeah.
It was harem.
Yeah,
Harem Scarum. And
another collection.
mhm.
Yeah, they're used to it.
Good to be the king, Alfie. Good to be the king. It's good to be the king.
Yeah, you're right. Open. Yeah.
Hmm? So what happened over here? He gave him back, right? He gave her back, page 56. Tosig Yudali, see that? Avimelech gave a big matana to
There's more money.
more. Page 56 Yudalid. Why did he do that? See that? Want to read that? 56 Yudalid.
ויקח אבימלך ציון בבוקר ועבדים
שפחות.
ושפחות וייתן לאברהם וישב לו את שרה אשתו.
So he gave him a lot of goodies, and he also gave him back his Sarah, his wife. Why did he give him all the goodies for?
So they,
So Rashi said, look at Rashi Yudalid, why?
So they don't pray for him.
Because he was stuffed up, right? They had preparation H didn't work, and prune juice didn't work either, and also the women couldn't give birth. They were stuffed up from both sides. Not a joke. Pretty painful. So he gave them this in order that to Matthias him, the English word appease, that Abraham should daven. See that? What happened? Yehuda, see verse 17? 17 and 18. 16, yeah.
16 first, because
Yeah.
says, Sarah Amor.
Amar, he said to Sarah, who the king said to Sarah,
הנה נתתי אלף כסף לאחיך.
Lochich, I gave 1,000 pieces of silver to your brother.
הנה הוא לך כיסו.
Kisut einayim.
Let's see, lach is right here. It's not lach. Lach.
Hine hu
עיניים לכו אשר איתך בעת כל בנוכחת.
What does he say over here?
That'll be for you, with you, and all you will be vindicated. You know what that means?
A bribe. What is he giving her? A bribe?
Yeah,
Shut
right,
up.
Robert, yes.
What?
Like that.
Mm.
That's what it says. Black
Yeah.
and white. And Rashi says, the Sarah Amar, as the Syria said, Abimelech said, out of honor to her, in order to appease her, Hinei ishti lach kavod zeh. Behold, I've done this in your honor. V'tati b'mon le'achich. I've given wealth to your brother. That is, Sha'amarta alav. Him who you said, Achihu, he is my brother. And Hinei hamakom v'hakover hazeh lach. Behold, this wealth and honor is for you. Kisot aniyim lachol asher itach. and eye covering for all who are with you.
Cover up my crime. He wants to cover up his crime with money.
Why not? They will cover their eyes, shalom, yik yaloch, and that they will not belittle you, she'elu, hashivo tich. If I return to you your husband, empty-handed, yish lachem no more. They could have said, la'achar shena leil, but well, after he used her, he gave her back. Akshav shehu sarah chiti of his bez b'mon. Now that I get to spend great wealth, ul apayasech to appease you. Yadatim Yahu, they will know, Sha'al Karahi, that against my will, Ish Voltech, I returned you, the Yad Yadei Neis, and by the means of a miracle.
Okay. So what happened? Because look at Pasuk Yud Ches. What was the punishment? The Yud Ches? Ki otzar Hashem ba'ad kol rechem lebeis Avimelech. So they couldn't give birth. Al davar Sarah yeshes Avram. What does davar mean? Rashi says the word of Sarah. Sarah is the one that called down divine punishment on Avimelech and his whole household. That they couldn't give birth and couldn't go to the toilet either. Both ends were stuffed up. Very painful. It was a davar Sarah. Sarah gave this word. Rashi says Pi dibura shel Sarah. You see. She's the one that called down the divine. Okay, thank you, son.
Avimelech or on his...
See, what time you taking her home?
No, I'm going to go there by train and take one more taxi. They didn't fall through as usual.
So she's getting discharged. All right. So have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow, later. So maybe after the class we can do the email and then we go walk to Bet Sheva, right? All right. Surah Tovot.
Turn it off.
Oh, we're not going yet.
Okay.
So any section you want to discuss now or anything? Torah? What's the connection between the Torah and the Perashah? It's almost the same pasuk there. Take a look what it says in the Perashah. Look at the Perashah. Page 48, pasuk Yudalit. Look at that pasuk. You see almost the same pasuk in the Torah. Page 48, Yudalit. See that? Hayipolem Hashem davar lamoed oshev alechok eis chaya u'lesora ben. Right? I turn to you in a year's time, and Sarah will have a son. And we see that pasuk in the Torah, page 63, pasuk Tezayin. Ayoyim lamoed azeh ko eis chaya at chaveket ben. See that? This is Elisha telling the Shunammite lady, right? Almost the same pasuk. Lamoyed azeh ko eis chaya at chaveket ben. He was the prophet Chavakuk. What does Chavakuk mean, Alfie? The hugged one. The hugged one. Hugged, embrace. Chavakuk means to embrace. Embrace. At choiveket ben. You will be embracing a son. At choiveket ben. See, that's what the Elisha told the Shunammite lady, right? What does she answer? Very bizarre answer, Alfie. Very bizarre answer. So she said, "Oh, thank you, great rabbi." What does she say? V'toimer al Adoni isho lahim al techazeb b'shivchotecha. No, my master, you man of God, don't lie to me. What? Alfie, that's the proper answer. A Rebbe gives you a bracha and you say, "Don't lie to me." What's what she says?
She's Jewish.
Did she know he was a Navi?
Says Isha Lakim. But Toime Aladoni Isha Lakim. Al Techaze Bishivchotecha. She knows the Isha Lakim. She tells her husband, look at Pasuk Tes on top. Look at Pasuk Tes on top. What does she tell her husband? But Toimer El Isha. Hine no yadatu gisha lehim kodoshu. Ovel leinu tamid. This holy man, a man of God, he always passes what? Comes by this town.
Yeah.
Let's get a building permit, Alfie, and we'll build him what? An attic on the roof. Up on the roof. Nasalonu aliyakir tana. Let's build him a little apartment. We'll get a building permit, pay off somebody, and we'll build him an apartment on the attic. And let him stay there, because he's a holy man, a man of God. How did she know that? Rashi said when she changed the bed sheets, there was never carry on the bed sheets. Are you getting this, Alfie? That's how she knew that he's a holy man of God.
There was never what?
There was never carry on the bed sheets.
Holy man of God cannot have.
But she knew he's a holy man of God. So when he gives her such a nice bracha, how come she says, don't lie to your maidservant? You should have said, Amen Necheni Ratzon, no?
Yeah, sure.
So the answer is, she knew that this baby is not going to live.
That's her baby.
Right? He'll die. That's what happened.
Was she a prophet?
Oh, she's a prophet, but she had Ruach HaKodesh. She knew that this child that she was promised is not going to live.
Was she pregnant?
She wasn't pregnant yet. So she figured it's better to have, if the baby's not going to live, it's better not to have him altogether. Elisha said, you're wrong. Any child is a gift, no matter how long he lives. This was the debate between these two great people,
Right.
Isha Shanamit and Elisha Hanavi. Yeah.
Not Elijah, Elisha.
This was Elisha, the disciple of Elijah. Elisha was a disciple of Elijah. Elijah also resurrected a dead child. And the dead child that Elijah resurrected is Yonah ben Amittai, the prophet Yonah from Moby Dick. And the dead child that Elisha resurrected is the prophet Habakkuk.
So he wasn't going to live, Habakkuk.
What?
She said he wasn't
The
going to live.
baby died. Habakkuk, he died, but Elisha brought him back to life.
Oh, right.
Elisha was Mechayim Meit in him.
Maybe he wasn't clinically dead. How did he do that?
He wasn't dead.
Clinically dead.
The brain dead.
Yeah, he wasn't, maybe brain wasn't brain.
One.
To bring him back to life. You know.
Yeah, Alfie, take a look over here. Take a look over here, Alfie. Page 63.
63.
Yeah. Pasuk Kaf. He became sick. Pasuk Kaf. And she put him on her lap, on her knees, and he died. See Pasuk Vayuseu Vayiveu Elimo. Father brought him, the sick child, to his mother, and he sat on her knees, right? Adat Sarayim until lunchtime, and he died. So what happened here, Alfie?
So Elisha came around.
So what did she do? She took the dead boy and she put him on the bed of what? She went up to the apartment where Elisha stays. He wasn't there then. And she put him on the bed of the Isha Elokim. And she shut the door. And then she left. So what happens now? She doesn't tell her husband. Very strange. She doesn't tell her husband that the baby died, the child died. She says, I'm going to take a quick trip to what? To Isha Elokim. Where is she going? To Hara Carmel, right?
She wanted to show him that she was right and he was wrong.
That's right. She said, look what she says to him. When she confronts him, Posik Chavches, what does she say to him?
Okay.
Chavches, what does she say to him, Alvi? V'atoimer, Hashalti ben Mesadoni, did I ask a child from you? Aloy Amarti, didn't I tell you, don't lie to me? Alicia didn't know that the baby was going to die. She knew. He didn't know.
She was a son of a Navi.
She?
Yes.
Why was she a son of a Navi?
ואישה אחת מנשי בני הנביאים.
Now this is another story. That's a story that's the wife of Avadia. This is another story. This is two different stories here. It starts off with one of the women, the Bnei Nevi'im, Sakal Elisha. This is the widow of Avadia. The widow of Avadia. It's another story. She's complaining now that she can't pay her creditors, so they came and took her 2 sons as what? Debtor's prison. So Elisha tells her, what do you have in the house? This is a separate story. Why did these 2 stories connect? Can I have that blue book there? Can you believe that blue book? Thank you.
But not in pieces.
Thanks. Here. The Torah from Vayera. Torah Vayera. The Navi expresses Elisha's greatness by setting forth his compassion for others like Abraham. He was a great Baal Chesed, Elisha was. The Haftarah cites 2 stories. The first involves a destitute widow who has no one to help her. And the second involves a wealthy woman who needs no favors from anyone. It may be that the case of the widow was chosen because her plight seems like that of a visitor to Sodom. So unconcerned did her neighbors seem to be. According to the sages, she was the widow of the prophet Obadiah, who risked his life and spent his fortune to support hundreds of prophets from the Achab and Jezebel. Yet when his widow was confronted with a creditor who was about to take her children as slaves in payment for her debt, she had no one to turn to. People acted like sodomites, but to Elisha. Where was Abraham's legacy of mercy? But in the kingdom of the 10 tribes, that legacy had been squandered. But Elisha was still there to listen and help. Only Elisha. The second story involves the Shunammite woman who had everything but no kids. Elisha shows his gratitude for her hospitality by blessing her with a son, just as God blessed Sarah with a son. When the child dies suddenly, Elisha brings him back to life by placing himself on the lifeless little body and injecting his own soul into the child. This has become an eternal lesson for those who wish to teach Jewish children, to breathe life into them. A teacher must give himself over to his students if he hopes to succeed.
Artificial breathing.
Radak says that. All miracles are grounded in Teva. He puts his mouth, but artificial doesn't help a dead body. But he did it anyway because all nisim are grounded in Teva. Radak says that.
So he breathed.
If the baby was fainted, you would do artificial resuscitation.
Yeah, resuscitation.
But the baby was dead. But this is grounded in Teva anyway. He went through the motions. Yeah.
ויפח באפה רוח חיים.
Nishmat Hayim.
Mishpat.
Nachon?
So did God allow man to bring someone back to life?
Eliyahu Navi did it. Elisha did it. Ezekiel, the valley of the dead bones, Alfie. Ezekiel 37.
That was a vision.
Yeah, he prophesied when.
There's two opinions in the Gemara and Sanhedrin. Was it in the physical world, or was it in what? In a in the prophetic vision? Who's right? Both right. Wasn't both worlds.
Referring to the bones, valley of the bones.
Rashi holds it was in the physical world of Yaakov, because it says, look in Yechezkel 37, it says, God lifted me up over the valley and told me resurrect him. Why did God have to lift him up over the valley? Because he's a Kohen, he can't be there with the dead guys. So he had to be up. And no tumas oil, if there's no roof, there's no tumas oil. Tumas oil is if there's a covering. But over the open sky, if you hover over a dead body, you're not
So
tummy.
why some people don't want to go on the airplane that goes over Beta Claro?
No, because if they're in an airplane, that's tumas oil. The airplane, the bottom of the plane is the roof.
Okay.
But Yechezkel was just floating in the air. Look at Ezekiel 37. Rashi says, why? Why was he floating in the air? Because he's a Kohen.
Okay.
He can't be there with the dead bodies. But God lifted him up. So Rashi holds it wasn't a vision, it was actually what? Physical resurrection. Rambam holds it was a prophetic vision. They're both right. Who's to say they're not both right?
But it
Took
hasn't-
place in the physical world and in the vision.
But he was referring to the rise of the Jewish nation at the end. wasn't
Okay, so that's one of the symbolism.
he? Right?
That the Jewish people will rise again like the Jews out of Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But who's to say? Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira, the Gemara brings Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira. I am a descendant of those dead guys. And here is the tefillin that my great-grandpa gave me. The Talmud testifies a rabbi said it wasn't just a vision, it actually happened. I am a descendant of one of those dead guys that was resurrected.
Who said that?
Rabbi Yehuda ben Beseira. Look in Sanhedrin, in the hundreds, page 100 or something there. So you see, it wasn't just a vision, Alfie. It was also an actual resurrection. But before Yechezkel you did it, Elisha did it, and Eliyahu Navi did it. Here, Arav Torah, Alfie, Arav Torah, Elisha.
Hey, well, the Christians
Isn't this
maintain
mythics?
that Yosef Panda did it.
What?
J.C. Penney also did.
Who said he did it?
Well,
I don't know.
Isn't this magic?
Is it what?
Magic.
Why is it magic? The Ruach HaKodesh, not Ruach HaTumah. Right?
Okay. It's
There's
magic.
everything that's in the physical.
Kodesh magic.
Zeh Lumat Zeh, there's black magic and there's white magic. Alfie, there's black magic and there's white magic. That's right. Black magic is Koyach HaTumah. White magic is Koyach HaKiddushah. There's constant what?
Isn't it forbidden?
Tension.
Forbidden.
What?
What magic?
White magic? If you're a Navi, you can do it, I guess, right? If you're a Navi, don't try this at home, right? Yeah. But a Navi can do this.
We did it once.
Who?
Nobody can do that.
We were a minion.
Yeah,
Somebody was ill. He was in a coma
yeah,
for 2 months.
right,
3 o'clock in the morning, we went to the hospital
yeah,
with a mekubal. We made some kind of prayers.
right.
And the day later, he woke up.
You woke up from the coma.
Yes. But,
A miracle,
yes.
right?
But after 2 weeks,
Yeah.
he got a stroke.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
after the stroke, he was completely out of his mind.
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Answer my question, what? Basha Husham, you have an answer to the question?
Since Rashi says here,
Yeah.
yes, the Atamale over. There's a question. He's going to do in the future.
Yeah.
So he says, "V'mishivam achshav mal tzadik orach." Amaloi tzadik. He was done him right there with tzadik.
Omalem, if he must have.
So the other, the source,
What about Micha? Micha wasn't a tzaddik now?
the source for that Sitzer Chakamim is Sanhedrin Kufal. It's a Rashi. And Rashi says, he said, before they were, even at that second they were showing Gemara. Over
What?
here, Kadosh Baruch was done Yishmael as a tzaddik even for that second. That's why it was Nitzal. Hashem came by all those little children. He says, I see they're Hashem Gemorim Ma'achshav.
But now they're not a baby. What are you talking? How can a
So
baby
is he
be a
now?
now?
He was now also. Kadosh Baruch was done at that second.
Yes,
Also to the Nisa. That's what Rashi says before Hashem.
I don't understand what you're saying.
He was
How
17 years
how
old.
could a baby be a Russia?
That's the way it
No, right? He says, if he, I judge him when later on he'll be a Russia. Now he's not.
You know, I mean, how could Hashem judge Sodom and Gomorrah? There were babies there also.
Maybe there were no babies because they were homos.
The Yidden in Egypt say that Kamashar
A little baby over here. I don't know.
over here, Hashem was done and he was boyfriend, he was a tzaddik. But Kadosh Baruch called him a tzaddik at that
But who's more big a tzaddik than a little baby?
Doesn't matter. That's like a Rosh Hashanah question, like why a person saved, not saved. That's a Shemaim question. Hashem judged them at that particular second. All those children that were put in the wall.
But that goes against Basha Husham.
No, it doesn't.
Why not?
It says before Rashi here. Rashi says Kadosh Baruch was asked the question.
Yeah.
Mashma.
Moshe asked that question too.
If a Kadosh Baruch would have said he's a Russia right now, okay.
Well, how could it be a Russia? It's a baby can't be a Russia. Baby doesn't know right from wrong.
So even more so, baby, that they put
For Hashem, there is not before and later. For man, there is before
Yeah,
and
but,
later.
but Rashi says, God says, I only judge a person now.
For us,
Not for
a
man.
din of a
A man. So the same thing with the baby Micha.
He
Only
says
for
a din of
man.
a cotton is only for Bnei Adam. The Kadosh Baruch was done. This is a Sadiq Russia. He sees at that point Russia from now until the future. Thank you, Rabbi.
Shkoyach. Shkoyach. Shkoyach.